Now, the city of Cape Town is looking at investing 123 million rand on sewer pump stations. This includes upgrades on infrastructure and improved security measures. Officials say the stations have been a target of vandalism and theft of equipment. City of Cape Town Mayoral Committee member for Water and Sanitation Zahid Badroodien joins me now to expand on these plans. A very good morning to you. Thank you for your time. Perhaps let's talk about the impact the vandalism and theft has had on the sewer pump station and overall service delivery.
So the city has about 487 sewer pump stations that we have to manage. Important assets for us because, as you know, parts of Cape Town can largely geographically be called the Cape Flats, which means that there's no gravity sewer system to move the wastewater to our wastewater treatment works. And so these pump stations are ultimately critical to move the sewage from homes to the wastewater treatment works through the somewhat 9,200 kilometers of sewage pipeline that we have. So when pump stations don't work or they're vandalized or they're impacted as a result of load shedding, it means then that the sewage stands still ultimately in these pipes, and because it's a 24/7 business, the sewage then ultimately overflows into the streets because of vandalism and load shedding predominantly, as I've mentioned. So we need to invest significantly in our pump stations through the 123 million rand, which has been made available in this financial year, on top of the 70 million rand about 2 years ago, and then increased to where we are currently, so that our pump stations are protected. And what are we doing? We're implementing CCTV cameras. We're implementing concrete walls around these pump stations. We're putting improved lighting, better security, tarring these facilities so there's easy access, just to make sure that these facilities ultimately can do the job that they've been built to do.
You've also called in residents to assist in protecting these stations in the interim. Does that mean that there are no security measures at all, and that you're relying on community members to make that call and report if they see anything? And also perhaps just squeezing in another question on top of that, have any arrests been made?
So when these pump stations were initially built, they're pumps within a housed structure, if you will, with normal doors and burglar bars and so on. But what we've been finding is that as the situation in our communities becomes so dire for a number of different reasons, these pump stations, because of the value within these structures, are now targets. So cables, pumps, light bulbs, you name it, everything is being stolen. And so it's not to say that there is no security. There is security. We also have patrols that visit these pump stations. But we as a city need to keep up with the change in the risk that we're seeing impact these stations, which is why we're investing so significantly the 123 million rand to look after about 40 or so station upgrades, specifically this coming financial year. In terms of our request for partnership for our residents, 100%. There is a dedicated landline where residents are encouraged to report these incidents of theft and vandalism, where there's also a reward system should there be a successful arrest. I don't have those specific statistics on me as it's managed by a different directorate, but we do always encourage our residents to make use of the public emergency line, so that should there be that successful arrest, they benefit then from a reward, so that together we can protect our pump stations. 123
million rand is no small change, and with that hefty amount of money, there's always concerns about corruption and, of course, how the money will be spent, the processes that will need to follow in terms of tenders. What's the plan?
So we have strict governance structures within the city of Cape Town. These processes go through the necessary supply chain management processes. No councillor whatsoever has any dealings with these processes. There is also strict oversight through the necessary portfolio committees, the mayoral committees, through the mayoral committee members, internally through the city's own administrative processes. We've already seen that within water and sanitation itself, through the last audit process, a very clean and successful outcome for this directorate. In terms of corruption, there's a zero tolerance approach to this, and if there are any reports or allegations of such, it is then incumbent on anyone who has that information within the city to report it, so that it can be investigated through the necessary teams, forensic teams within the city.
Very well. Zahid Badroodien, a mayoral committee member for water and sanitation. Thank you for your time.